Hello and welcome back to the Daily Digest. I am Nigel.
No, I'm Joshua.
We are back this week with another fun-packed show for you, with a little bit of a festive feel to it. Um, so, what are we going to be talking about this week, Josh?
Well, you always put me on the spot knowing that I'll
I
forget
know,
everything you just told me.
I know, it's great fun. I like doing this.
Um, I'm trying to remember now. Phobias,
Yeah,
um, in conversation where you want to talk about reform or something. I'm trying to
God no.
remember. Trying
Why
to
would I want to talk?
remember.
Why would I want to talk about them?
Don't worry, we're going to slate them as usual. And then we have the complaints, and I have a very on point complaint today.
Oh dear, is it about? Oh, it's going to be about me, isn't it?
No, it's
Oh,
festive. You just said it's
oh,
festive.
all right then. I'll let you off. Right. So, without further ado, let's crack on with the show. It is Guess the Phobias. This week we're doing I and J. Josh has got I, unluckily for him. He wanted J, but I think he's going to regret, um, or he's going to be grateful that he's got I. Josh, enlighten us.
I've actually managed to find three that you this time you're actually going to be able to guess them. It's a miracle.
I think you're going to be able to guess most of mine, to be fair.
These ones actually make sense. These are as if I wrote them myself.
Go on.
Right, first one, ideophobia.
Fear of ideas, fear of thinking, fear of thought.
A fear of ideas,
Woohoo!
which must be terrifying. If you shall I do this today? Oh God, no.
Right, so right, so my first one with J, Japanophobia.
God, is that a racist one? It is.
Potentially,
So it's
potentially.
a fear of Japanese people.
It is. It's a fear of Japanese people or culture.
Racism.
I know. That's
How can you be scared of
outrageous.
Japanese culture? It's amazing. They have
It's
like
brilliant.
some of the
It's brilliant.
best things coming out of there.
Of course they do. And they're so far ahead of us as well,
And
technology wise.
Nintendo's Japanese.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
come on.
That'd be
Does
a
that
fear
mean
of
they're
Nintendo
scared?
as well.
Scared.
Scared of Nintendo.
Just wave a GameCube at them and they just run away.
What's your next one?
Again, you're going to get this one. Iconophobia.
Fear of icons.
Yeah. Although it does say a fear of images or icons. So
Yeah.
if they come into your house and you've got photos hanging up, it's going to terrify
Yeah.
them.
Okay. I've got a feeling you might get this one. I genuinely think you might get this one. You ready?
Hmm.
Now, bearing in mind, right, I put in, I searched for phobias beginning with J, and it has literally come up with about three or four. That is it. So there's not a lot
Mm,
at all.
they're rare.
And there is one I don't want to use because I think it's a bit inappropriate. So I don't really want to use that because I don't feel comfortable using it either. But this one, you might get this jellyfish phobia.
What could that be? Is it a fear of jellyfish by any chance?
You know what it is?
Shocked.
Literally jellyfish phobia.
Who isn't
You,
scared of
you,
jellyfish though? Like if you stand on one.
well, yeah, or if you swim with one, it gets sort of in between your legs with your bathing costume and all that. Anyway,
In your nethers.
your nether regions. Go on,
Right, I have one more for you, and I think I have this.
go on.
You ready? Infantophobia.
Fear of children,
The
fear of
fear of the
infants.
fear of babies. It's like when
So in
you
case they
go
vomit on you or
no,
shit on you.
oh, they're always diseased, they're always sticky. All
Ooh.
their hands are always slimy and they're always snotty and stuff. So I just don't. It's like when you go and see someone who's just had a baby and you're like, oh yeah, I'll look at it from across the room, and then they're like, do you want to hold it? And I'm like, nope. And then they just go here and just give it you, and then I'm just holding it at arm's length, like, can you have it back? because it's dribbling, it stinks. It's probably going to be sick on my nice jumper. I'm probably going to catch something from it because they've always got a cold. I don't want it, and I'll probably end up dropping it as well. So just take it back. I don't want it.
Right, my last one. You might not get this actually. I think this is quite a good one. It's probably my only good one, to be fair. So, jangelophobia.
Say that again.
Jangelophobia.
Is it a fear of Jenga?
No,
That big.
jangelophobia.
Oh, Jan. Fear of people called Jan.
No,
Fear of January?
no.
Janga.
Jangelophobia or
A fear of
jangelophobia,
a
however
fear
it's
of
pronounced.
a fear of things that jangle.
No,
I have no idea then.
fear of jelly or gelatin.
Now, why is that not called jellophobia?
Jellyphobia.
See, I have three that make sense, and then we go back to yours, and it makes no sense. Fear of jelly. Oh,
I
it'd be
know.
so cool.
Or gelatin.
You could just pull out the jelly, just wiggle it at them, and they'll be like, oh. I just love the idea of someone screaming at the vision of jelly.
I've just got this image of you pulling out your wobbly jelly and waving it at people just to make them
Like,
go, ugh.
I'm like, jelly, and they're just screaming.
It's time to have a bit of a festive chat. So, Josh, what are we talking about in conversation this week?
Put me on the spot again, Nigel. We're talking about right wingers trying to shut down Panto.
Oh, no, we're not.
I knew you were going to do that.
So, what's the story? So, it's Panto. Why are they trying to shut it down, Josh?
Because it's camp. It's always been camp. But they've only just realised. Apparently, they've only just realised now.
But there's a particular reason, isn't it? They're trying to shut it down.
Is it because there's children near there?
No, it's because there's a drag queen in it.
Oh, God forbid. There's always been drag in Panto.
I know. And that is the thing that really gets me.
Do they realise, you know, when people have like their relatives who dress up on Halloween or dress up for a fancy dress party, that's drag. So most of them have probably done drag before anyway. They just can't grasp that it's the same thing.
But this is the thing, isn't it? So for as long as I can remember, which is quite a while,
back in the day,
during
Panto the war,
not that far. Panto has always had a drag performance of some description, some shape or form. There's always been a drag performance. Widow Twankey has always been predominantly a man dressed up as Widow Twankey. It's always been part of the tradition. It's been tradition. I mean, I think it goes back to Shakespearean times, drag, doesn't it? If I remember rightly, I think it goes back to Shakespearean times.
Well, just look at how the men dressed in those times. Come on.
But it's only just become an issue now. So the thing we're going to be talking about. So right wingers have tried to bring curtain down on Panto because it stars a drag queen, right? So they've threatened to protest a Christmas theatre show in Richmond because they are angry at the appearance of a drag queen. But drag's always been part of Panto for decades. And, you know, I just don't get the mentality behind it. Do you?
Well, no, but I don't think they do really either, do they? They just get angry about whatever they can. But I will say, one of the, I don't even know what you'd call it, company movement called Turning Point. You ever heard of that?
Turning Point UK, yeah.
It's basically like Charlie Kirk's thing that he created. It's like super white supremacist
Mm.
evangelical Christians.
It's
So
the
it,
British arm of the of Charlie Kirk's organisation,
yeah,
isn't it?
so it's just basically white supremacists who are extremely racist. They're extremely religious, and because this is outside of their norm, because they like to put all everybody in a box, and you have to be a certain way. Because it's something that's out of the norm for them, they hate it. So if anything's
Mm.
different, anything's not how they like the world, they have
Mm.
to they just want it to be erased. But if it was the other way around, they'd be saying freedom of religion.
Mm. So, Turning Point UK, the British arm of Charlie Kirk's organisation, have threatened to protest against the show. Right? Apparently, they've called on the venue to, and I quote, protect our children and shut the event down. Now, why are they doing that now and not before? Is the question. You know, when drag performances have always taken part in pantos, why now? And there's one 17-year-old activist called Young Bob, who is an ambassador apparently for Turning Point UK, and he complained on Talk TV that, and I quote, 5-year-olds are too young to explore this material. So
I
when I was
see. I,
so when I
I,
was when I
I
was
remember going as a kid
hmm,
to pantos, and there was blokes dressed up as
hmm,
women, really comical, and it was just funny. I didn't,
it was entertaining, wasn't it?
yeah, I
And there was
didn't think
it,
anything of it.
and you turned out all right, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it turned out to be a big gay, but whether that was panto or not, I don't know. But
Big.
you'd know.
You're shorter than me. Anyway,
Not
um,
everywhere.
so this 17-year-old, he said that 5-year-olds are too young to explore the material, and he's also said that the pantomime show was a Marxist delusion that was hypersexualizing children.
Yeah,
How?
I do think these people are very closeted. I
I,
think when
I,
they
I,
when they see things like this, it makes them feel things that makes them uncomfortable.
Hmm.
I think that's
I
what it
ha-
is. But I do think these 17-year-olds that are on this right wing things, I do think they have been groomed. I do think they have been indoctrinated. They've been
hmm,
brainwashed because it's like the young reform voters. They're extreme.
hmm,
They're not just leaning to the right. They're like far right extreme views,
yeah,
and it is indoctrination, and I do think it is grooming. They are grooming those kids to be
hmm,
far right and just racist, anti-gay, anti-trans, everything. But I do think it makes them uncomfortable because it makes them feel things that they feel like they shouldn't be. And rather
potentially.
than rather than being able to accept that, they've always been taught to not do that. It's wrong. You'll go to hell.
Hmm.
All this stuff. So they
I mean,
attack it.
people have rightly called it out, um, basically saying there's nothing more British than a pantomime dame, um, and saying that our young conservatives have been so yankified they no longer recognise their own culture, and it is part of British culture. And these are the people that are turning around and say, "Oh, British culture is being destroyed." They're the ones destroying it by doing this. Um, I mean, now I'm surprised at this because GBB's very own Tom Harwood, who's often
Ugh.
cr- overcritical, he's even said of this young Bob, poor guy, never been taken to see a traditional family panto in his life. So he's actually called him out. I'm quite surprised at that. Um, because I would have expected them, and the likes of
I would say that Crafty Wank, he probably agrees with this. Whatever
and
the
we
Bob or
well,
whatever his name is, he probably
probably.
runs along with this because he hates himself. He hates gay people. He's like one of
Mm,
those internalized homophobia people. But yeah, I am surprised that has actually called it out.
mm. But there's other people that have said things like, I've seen several pantomimes at Richmond Theatre during my childhood. There was nothing perverted about any of the performances. No cast members exposing themselves at all, just wearing silly costumes and wigs for the laughs. And that is that is what the role of the panto dame is. I mean, it dates back to the beginning of theatre. Girls and women were often played by men for comedic purposes, dating all the way back to ancient Rome. Humorous tradition continued well after the Restoration and was no longer considered um, indecent for women to appear on stage. Um, it began in Italy. It's now strongly rooted in British identity. Um, so there's a long history of pantomime dames and performances that have been entertaining. They've never been harmful. They've never been inappropriate. Um, I mean, yes, there's innuendos in there, but the innuendos are done so cleverly
Yeah,
that
but if you
the
watch,
kid the
even
kids don't
when
get them, but the adults do.
even when I watch like now and again like a Disney film, there's an innuendo and it makes you laugh because you're like the
Mm,
kids have no idea.
mm.
But I think that's just there for the parents. It's to
It's like
make them
it's like with
chuckle.
Shrek. It's like with Shrek, isn't it? There's loads of innuendos in Shrek,
Yeah.
and as adults we get them. As kids, you don't get them. You just brush over it and you laugh because it's something that it's effectively a double entendre, and it's funny to them because it makes them giggle because of the way it's said, but it's funny to us as adults because we get what they mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, but I do think that there's certainly a level of homophobia that's rooted in the recent outrage at drag performances in Panto, especially when it is a drag queen, because of the links to the LGBT community. When it's non-LGBTQ plus people that are portraying the role of the pantomime dame, people don't bat an eyelid. But when it is a member of the LGBTQ plus community, that's when they then suddenly take an issue and think that kids are being sexualized and think that it's inappropriate and things like that. So I think, and I'd like to be proven wrong. I don't think I will be, but I do think that there is homophobia that is deeply rooted in that, and potentially some transphobia as well. Even though trans people are different from drag queens,
They
they are
probably
completely
think it's
different.
the same thing.
Exactly, they are completely different, and that's why I always want to make that quite clear, because there is that myth that trans people and drag queens are the same. They're not. They are completely different, and each are unique in their own ways, and they are wonderful and they are beautiful in their own ways as well. So I want to make that clear, to dispel that myth for anyone that might be listening that might think that they are the same, and they're not. Anything more to add, Jim? We've
No,
suddenly just got They've suddenly just got an awkward silent there.
I thought you were finished.
No, but
Uh,
going on what I was saying about it being deeply rooted, homophobia being deeply rooted in the current outrage. Do you have anything that you can think of saying on that?
I do feel strongly that it makes them feel things because they say it's sexual, but when you watch it, I don't see anything sexual about it.
Mm.
If they're seeing it as sexual, they're clearly feeling a certain way about what they're seeing because they seem to see
You mean
they see
aroused?
yeah, I think it does arouse them. And I think they're so uncomfortable in what it's making them feel because again, they've been taught this is wrong, you can't feel this way. And it's so ingrained in them that it just turns to anger that they're feeling that way. And rather than aim the anger at themselves, they're aiming it at the people that's making them feel that way, not necessarily the people that's taught them that they can't feel that way. So I
Do you
do
think
feel
there's
like it. I think it does. I think it is homophobia and transphobia and things, but I do think it makes them feel things that makes them uncomfortable and they don't know how to deal with it. So it just
so
turns to anger.
do you think there's an element of internalized homophobia?
Yeah, I think there's a lot in religion, especially. There is a huge amount of people that are questioning and where they're taught not to feel that way. So as soon as they start to feel things by seeing certain media or things, it just turns to anger and then they just aim it at the thing that's making them feel that way rather than look in a mirror and say, why am I feeling that?
Mm,
They just decide to get angry at it and try and destroy it because then they can't feel that way then if they get rid of it.
true, true. I I don't think I've seen a panto for years, and I would really love to go and see one again.
I've even seen women playing male characters on in pantos,
Mm,
and it's just funny, and I
yeah.
don't understand where the sexualization is. I'm like, I don't. If you're feeling sexual about someone in drag, you're just telling everybody that you're getting a bit turned on by it
Mm.
because it's
If
not
you're seeing it
sexual.
that way,
They're just miming or dancing around. They're not showing anything nudity or anything. So it's not
mm,
sexual. So you're just telling everybody really that you're getting turned on by a drag queen. And
yeah,
because you're uncomfortable with that and you can't just say it, you're just getting angry at them.
yeah, exactly. But I think we should go and see a panto.
Do you reckon?
I think, yeah, I think we should go and see a panto. We should try and see if we can get booked in for one because they run until about end of January, don't they? But I think it is one of those great Christmas traditions around this time of year, and it is fun.
Although I
It is
do always
fun.
struggle to hold in needing the loo between intervals. As soon as they say, right, we're having a break, I'm like, I'm off. I need a wee. And then I've got to
Leg
queue up
it.
for then I've got to queue for half an hour to get in.
It's now time for Josh to be a moany old bitch. Welcome to the complaints closet. Don't give me that look, Josh. The old
Don't
side,
know what you're on about.
the side eye that you gave me there. So, what are you complaining about this week?
Well,
He's applying his lippy.
lip balm. It's not my fault. I've got lovely lips. Um.
Don't I know it?
Anyway, I says I'd be festive for this complaint,
Mm.
and it's unlike me. It's a bit anti-Christmas.
What? That is very unlike you because you're
Um.
probably the most Christmas loving person I know.
Yeah. You know that I hate this, so you'll know as soon as I say. My complaint is tinsel.
You
I
know,
I hate it.
I didn't think you were going to go down that route.
Yeah. I
I,
just
I,
hate
th- you know what I thought you were going to go down the route of? I thought you were going to go down the route of, and I'm probably going to trigger another complaint here. Um, Festive drinks in coffee shops not being vegan.
That's a whole other episode. That could have been my next one. Maybe it will be my next one. But no, it's tinsel.
Why do you hate
I
tinsel?
hate because tinsel. I hate the feeling of it. I hate the sound of it. I think it looks tacky. It always smells like dust.
You know,
It's
there might
not.
be people listening that have got tinsel up in
I
their
don't get.
homes or on their
And
trees.
people who put tinsel over picture frames and stuff. That is a red flag. Get out of that house. I hate it. They put it up the stairs, up the banister. I can't. I just hate it. I don't like tinsel.
See when I was a kid, tinsel was like one of the main decorations that you had. You didn't have a lot of all the other fancy decorations that they do now. So tinsel was Christmas decorations. It was literally the epitome of everything about Christmas decorations. So of course, growing up, I was used to tinsel. I was used to the smell of it, used to seeing it on the trees, used to seeing it hanging from the ceiling. Wasn't over picture frames because we didn't really have pictures up. Um, but yeah, it was the epitome of Christmas. So for me, I see where you're coming from. I don't mind it, but I get where you're coming from with that.
I just don't like tinsel. There's not one piece of tinsel on my tree. I hate tinsel. I don't mind the ribbon. Do you remember back in? Do you remember when we were all kids and we that used to have those random thin bits of ribbon that people would just throw on their tree as well?
Mm,
What was that for?
I don't know.
That was like
Decorative purposes.
tinsel. But I just hate tinsel, and some people just put tinsel on everything, and it just tinsel. It after you've used it once, if you put it away till next year, it always smells like an old attic or an old shed.
You know what would probably send you over the edge
Mm.
if you went to someone's house and they had a tinsel tree, because they actually made them, didn't they? Tinsel trees. It was literally a tree made of tinsel.
See, my grandma used to put tinsel over her picture frames, and I shamed her, and now she doesn't do it.
Oh, Josh, that's not
I
very
said, I
nice.
said, well, I said it was a fire hazard. I don't know how, but then she hasn't done it since. So I just
You
hate
didn't. So,
tinsel.
so
I
you
don't
didn't. You didn't
like
really.
it.
You didn't really shame her, did you? You just basically frightened her.
Yeah, I just terrified her of tinsel. No, but I'll go in shops and I just see there's just tinsel everywhere, and I just think it just looks horrible. I just don't like tinsel.
What about
I almost hate tinsel as much as those elves.
so when
That's how much.
so when you say you don't like tinsel, do you mean like the sparkly, spangly, shiny tinsel, or are you talking about any kind of tinsel, even when it's like um the green color, like the furs on the Christmas trees?
I think it's any tinsel. I don't know what it is, but I don't like the sound of it. I don't like the feeling of it. Oh, I find it overstimulating as well, and the smell of it. I just don't like tinsel.
Might have to smuggle some tinsel in and pop it on your tree,
It would be straight in the bin.
or or over some picture frames.
Don't you dare. Honestly, I can't. I just don't like tinsel, and if someone puts tinsel over picture frames and stuff, I will judge you in my head. I'll walk in your house and go, "Oh, God's sake, there's tinsel everywhere."
I might just do it deliberately just to wind you up because it'll be fun, it'll be entertaining.
Is your complaint festive? Are you going to keep on track with me with being festive?
Um, well, I've been struggling to think of a complaint, and then I saw something this
Not
morning
like
that
you.
actually made well, and I saw something this morning that I thought, that's it, that's my complaint, that is perfect, and it's not festive. I'm gonna sort of
Mm.
veer. I'm veering away from the festive side because we've done a few little festive bits this episode, but um, so my complaint, and you're probably going to guess this. My complaint is something I saw this morning, and I may have done this before. I genuinely can't remember, but it's wound me up again. So if I have done it before, I'm doing it again. But it is people that post on social media groups pictures of a road closure, or they say, "Oh, I just saw an ambulance going down the road. Anyone know what's happened? Hope everyone's okay." It's posts like that. It's the sheer nosiness, and the one I'm going you know the one I'm going to talk about in particular, 'cause it's the one that's triggered this today. So there was a picture posted on a local spotted group, right? It's of a road closure. It's all the normal signs that you get, the red signs that say road closed. It's the orange plastic barriers that indicate it's a road closure because of roadworks. There's even a fucking digger in the picture that's digging up the road. And someone posted a picture of that saying, "Anyone know what's happened? I did see an ambulance." Right, first of all, let's pick this apart. It's a fucking road closure. You can see that. It's evident from the digger, the signage, and the barriers. Secondly, the ambulance is purely coincidental. It might have something to do with the fact, now I'm going out on a limb here, it might have something to do with the fact that the hospital is round the corner. That might be why there is an ambulance in the area. But then it's when you get people that say things like, "Oh, I just saw two police cars going on blue lights down such and such road. Anyone know what's happened? Hope everyone's okay." Well, it's probably people being naughty. It's probably people that have just committed some crime or something. You know, if it was anything to do with you, if you needed to know, you probably already know. So it's not going to affect you. And then it's when they turn around, when you criticise them and you say, "Well, it's probably a couple of probably people that have been naughty and a crime's just been committed." "Yeah, but I need to know because I've got kids." What? What's that got to do with it? And then you ask them that, and they say, "Well, I've got kids. I need to know that they're going to be safe." Right. If
Lock
they
your
were,
door then.
if they weren't going to be safe, then if there was a significant risk of harm to the public, I'm pretty sure they would put out some kind of announcement or alert or something. There would be something that would go out to say there is a serious risk of harm to the public. Please stay indoors, keep your doors locked. See anything suspicious, call the police immediately. But it's the way they use like, oh, I've got young kids as their reason to want to know why police cars have gone down the road, or an ambulance has gone down the road, or get this, oh, I just saw a fire engine going down the road. Anyone know what's happened? It's probably a fucking fire.
I do wonder how these people survive, and I do know that these people probably vote reform. They can't.
You know,
They can't. They
you
just
know,
can't string things together.
you know how new parents have to baby-proof the house, like the doors, cupboards, and everything like that.
Yeah.
These people need the fucking world baby-proofing for them to be able to survive in the
They'd,
world.
they'd still struggle though, wouldn't they?
It's simply all it is. It's simply just nosiness. They just want to know what's going on because they want a little bit of gossip. Well, you know,
Yeah, if you
it's
see an ambulance and it's flashing its lights, why do you need to then go on Facebook and say, "Does anyone know what happened?" Well, obviously someone's probably like dying or something. That's why there's an
yeah,
ambulance.
yeah,
And even if someone goes, "Yes, this happened," how does that better your day?
exactly. All they say knowledge is power, don't they? And I think they like to. I get the impression they like to know something,
The gossip.
um, so that they can have some gossip. They like to know. They like to have that knowledge, so that they can then gossip around to other people. So that they've got the satisfaction of knowing something other people don't, so they can share it. And I think that's what it is. It's that whole thing of knowledge is power, and they like to be able to do that. But
Yeah,
it's
they have
just they
nothing
go,
better to do. Although that picture that you're talking about with that road closure looks like they've taken it from their car. So they're not very smart anyway, because you've just put evidence online that you're using your phone whilst driving.
oh God, you know what? Talking about that, going on a slight digression here. There's a road near me that floods quite badly, right? When we have significant downpours, it floods quite badly to the point it's impassable, and people still try to pass through it and get stuck. So one of my local community pages, someone posted a video. Clearly, they're in the driver's seat and they're filming them driving past it, um, filming the cars stuck in the thing, shouting, "Can't park there, mate," thinking they're being funny. But they've literally just
Whilst
posted.
committing offence.
They've literally posted on social media them using their phone whilst driving.
Hmm.
It's I tell you
Again, reform
the the,
voters.
wor- the world we live in, the mentality, the intellectual capacity of these people is probably the equivalent of a boiled potato. That
That's being generous.
is being generous. Oh dear. But yeah, that's my complaint. It's just the nosiness of people and the desire of people to know what's going on when they see an emergency services vehicle. You know, it kind of tempts me, right, to just randomly post, "Oh, saw an AA van going down the road. Anyone know what's happened?" I mean, they're the fourth emergency service after all.
They'd probably
Sounds pretty.
start saying things that have happened that haven't happened. They'd probably say there's been a shooting or something. It always gets twisted and dramatized.
Oh dear. But yeah, that's my complaint this week. Uh, Not really anything festive, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. And that is all we've got time for this week. We hope that you've enjoyed the show. I certainly have. Have you enjoyed it, Josh?
I have indeed. A little bit festive this time. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yes. Next one is in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be our festive special. I know we've been a bit festive this time, but next one, we're going to be completely festive. And Josh might even wear some tinsel for you.
I don't think so. I'm allergic
Just
to it.
just going back to your complaint, I just feel I need to mention it's there's also people that would put tinsel on their earrings or they put it on their necklaces and stuff like that, didn't they?
They're
Or
the
they put it.
people that I would avoid.
I just feel I need to mention that purely because I've just remembered it and I didn't remember it when you were complaining about the tinsel. But that, as I say, is all we've got time for this week. So, thanks for joining. We hope that you've enjoyed it as we have bringing it to you. Until next time, stay safe and be merry.